using the toilet and its manners. Now, why would we care about the manners of using the toilet? And this is something that everybody knows how to do. The answer is Islam bases a lot of emphasis on the issue of purity, which also includes under it self-hygiene. So whenever you answer the call of nature, whether it is urinating, defecating, or passing wind, there are etiquettes for that. And if you do not follow these etiquettes, most likely your prayer would be invalid. And this would have dire consequences on your life in the hereafter. The Prophet ﷺ once passed by two graves, and he said they are being tormented in their graves over something that is not big, meaning to refrain from. Then the Prophet said, by Allah, it is big, meaning that the burden and the gravity of the sin. And he said one of them did not protect himself from urine. And the scholars said that this means that when he urinated, he did not take any precautions from the urine deflecting back on his body and clothes. Others say that when he urinated, he did not clean himself. So the purity from or after answering the call of nature is an issue of great importance in Islam. Here the book says that we can purify ourselves after urinating or defecating through two means and ways. Either by washing, and this is the purest of all, or by wiping. Okay, what about passing of wind, Sheikh? You did not mention how to purify from that. There is no purification from passing the wind. And actually, if someone washes himself after just passing wind, this is an innovation done by the Shia or some cults or sects of the Shia. So, the washing process is called istinja, and the wiping process is called istijmar. So what is istinja? Istinja is washing the private parts with water. And what do we wash actually? See, when the impurity comes out of your body, it comes out from a specific place. So once you're over and finished, you simply wash that opening or that place in your body with water, so that there would be no impurity at the surface or outside of that organ of yours. Wiping is the same thing. Now, wiping can be done by stones or small rocks, because this is what they had at the time, and this was more convenient because it's everywhere. But you can also use a piece of cloth. You can use toilet tissues. You can use anything that is solid and has a rough surface, because if it has a soft surface, it cannot purify, it cannot cleanse. So it has to have such a rough surface where the impurity would stick into it and it would cleanse your body. And the best of both, and the best is to use both. So if someone defecates, uses tissue paper, and then washes the area with water, that would be a win-win situation. The hadith of Salman al-Farisi we mentioned last time is also mentioned in the book. The Prophet ﷺ, Salman says, prohibited that one should face or turn one's back to the Qibla at the time of answering the call of nature, when one goes to the toilet for urination or defecation, or to use one's right hand for cleansing oneself after that, or cleansing with less than 3 stones, or with animal bones or animal feces. So from this hadith we generally understand the etiquettes of answering the call of nature. The wipes should not be less than 3 times. So if in the third wipe it purifies the place, this is sufficient. Otherwise, add 2 more, so that it would be in odd numbers, 3, 5, 7, 9, etc. And you can use any material you wish, providing it's not bones of animals and it's not feces of animals, like dry dung, for example. People think that this can purify, and it cannot. This is not to be used. And again, people would raise their eyebrows, saying, what kind of things we're talking about? Akhi and ukhti, nowadays we are not in the comfort of our homes. We live in concrete blocks. We have air conditioning, we have lights, we have electricity. The time this was said, they had none of this. And the time in the future will go back to the way it started, and we won't have any of such luxurious things, and we would have to go back to the basics. And this is why this comes important